Cheaters caught on camera on paternity court.
We used the condom and, all type of stuff like that. Like, she really
So I did have sex with him, and I told you that it was way before your time.
No. So this is just a bona fide mess. Really? Because basically the other guy is just having sex with you and using you.
Get ready for a tale of infidelity that will leave you on the edge of your seat. Miss Morgan has been caught not once, not twice, but thrice engaging in extramarital affairs. What's her motive? Miss Morgan is determined to prove that Mr. Mangum is the biological father of her 3-year-old daughter. But why does Mr. Mangum doubt his paternity?
I'm not gonna take care of another man's child, Your Honor.
This is your baby. She looks just like you. She looks just like our 1-year-old daughter. She's yours. Step up and do what you have to do.
She been unfaithful, Your Honor.
He's lying.
That baby look nothing like me.
Okay. She looks just like you. Are you blind?
Mr. Mangum walks into his family's house only to catch Miss Morgan cheating. The question arises, if he didn't witness it firsthand and she denies being with someone else, could his own brother be the source of doubt? Can Mr. Mangum truly trust his brother's words? This tangled web of relationships will keep you hooked.
So did you show up with another guy, Miss Morgan?
No, Your Honor, I didn't. He's lying. Other family members, they have him thinking that he's not the father when we all know he's the father. He knows he's the father. I haven't slept with anyone else. There's no possible way that he's not the father.
Did Mr. Mangum catch Miss Morgan in the act himself? Or did another family member play a part in fueling his suspicions? Prepare to be shocked as the truth unfolds. They were together stepping out of a car and sharing an intimate hug. But why didn't Mr. Mangum confront her right then and there?
Third time I caught her on Highway 18, I started following them, Your Honor.
Oh, you did?
Yes. Then I called my brother. He told me to stop following them.
You was following the wrong people because that wasn't me.
So you were following Miss Morgan and the guy in the car?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the guy was driving?
Yes.
Who was driving your car? You forgot to put your head in there.
Now, let's turn our attention to the incriminating messages that date back 9 months, the window of conception. Could this be the reason why Mr. Mangum doubts the paternity of the child? If so, his skepticism seems justified. Get ready for an emotional roller coaster as we explore the delicate balance between love and doubt.
I have never cheated on him.
Yes, she has.
I caught him on different occasions with different women throughout my pregnancy, and it was so depressing. Even after I saw all that, I was still faithful to him, and he just moved out the house and just switched up and have not been taking care of our daughter.
Were you having conversations with other men to get back at him?
No, Your Honor.
Imagine the struggle of caring for a baby while maintaining an active sex life. Ms. Morgan insists it's impossible to juggle both responsibilities. She vehemently denies being the person Mr. Mangum's brother saw. Truth and lies intertwine, and only a paternity test can reveal who is telling the truth. Brace yourself for the ultimate truth showdown.
In the case of Morgan versus Mangum, when it comes to 25-day-old Joy Mangum, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Mangum, you are the father.
Embark on an electrifying courtroom saga today. Will this case expose a cheater or mend a family plagued by misunderstandings? Miss Rainey fights valiantly to prove her children's paternity and secure the financial support she deserves. What caused Mr. Matthew to retreat? Brace yourself for shocking revelations. Secrets surface, casting doubts on the truth. Will justice prevail?
Okay, so Ms. Rainey, why did you name your son after another man?
He told me to.
Yeah,
The situation is, when I found out I was pregnant, I told him and the other person that
you
it was
living
between both of them.
No.
You weren't sleeping with anybody else during the time of conception.
I slept with him and Rondell.
Uncover Miss Rainey's hidden truth. Who was she with and why? Yet, these events transpired before conception. So why does Mr. Matthew doubt his role as a father? Prepare for an enthralling exploration of past mysteries, where time itself holds the key to unraveling this riveting tale. Hold your breath as the truth unfolds.
She tried to say like before then, and this was still while you was gone, and I was messing with this other person. Yeah, I might have did, but we used the condom and all type of stuff like that. Like she really.
So I did have sex with him, and I told you that it was way before your time.
So you admit, Ms. Rainey, that there was another guy, but you're saying not in the time frame.
But it's only between them two.
Can a man living off his wife support his children? Miss Rainey's scathing words sting as she labels Mr. Matthew a loser. Irresponsible as a father and husband, he stands accused. Feel the tension in the courtroom rise as this clash of wills intensifies, unveiling the depths of their strife.
He's nothing, he's nowhere.
Now,
That's because he's nowhere, he's a loser.
well, I gotta drop a little knowledge on you, Mr. Matthews. If these kids are yours today, you gonna be paying for it.
He already gonna be paying for one because he signed a birth certificate, so I ain't worried about it.
Confident and self-reliant, Miss Rainey challenges conventional notions. Yet she endured 8 tumultuous years with Mr. Matthew, who treated her poorly. Is her strength genuine or a facade? Explore the enigmatic complexities of her character as she navigates the stormy seas of love and resilience. The truth awaits.
Ms. Rainey, I need to understand from you. You stand here, you're very strong, you're opinionated, I can do this, I got my own life, I'm equal, I can sleep with who I want, I can do who I want, and yet your actions in staying with a man that treats you this way for over 8 years, that don't add up to me. That's not what a strong woman does.
Witness the heartbreaking absence of a father's love. Mr. Matthew, living nearby, makes no effort to connect with his children. What plagues him? Miss Rainey's anguish permeates the courtroom, her plea for change echoing through every corner. Will this cycle of neglect be broken, ushering in a new dawn of parental responsibility? Brace for the emotional climax.
It hurt a lot when you love somebody and then they don't be there for you and all they do is just down you. You ain't have to deal with me all them years, and that's how I feel. I loved him and never got love back. All I ever got was mistreated, talked about to his other females, baby mamas, or whatever he want to call them. Period. No, he ain't nothing.
Mr. Matthew claims to teach his children not to follow his path, but mere words won't suffice. A father must step up financially. Miss Rainey's receipts expose the truth. Over 2 years, $4,663.50 spent on essential items. The judge scrutinizes each expense, leaving no room for doubt. Prepare for the moment of truth.
In the case of Rainey versus Matthews, when it comes to Renaya Matthews, Mr. Matthews, you are indeed her father.
Valentine's Day, a celebration of love and togetherness. But this year, it took an unexpected turn. Miss Hilburn finds herself caught in a love triangle, resulting in a 10-month-old daughter she believes belongs to Mr. Barnes. Will Miss Hilburn's choices jeopardize the well-being of her children? The truth awaits, unveiling a web of emotions and a future filled with uncertainty.
Mr. Barnes, you claim that you discovered Miss Hilburn was cheating on you on Valentine's Day. Your relationship ended, but soon after giving Miss Hilburn another chance, you discovered she was still sleeping with the other man.
Yes, Your Honor.
And while you're hoping you are Suray's father, you do have doubt.
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
In the heart of the paternity court, Miss Hilburn fearlessly reveals her infidelity on camera. Cunningly, she convinces her other lover she's exclusive, living with both him and her unsuspecting husband. Remarkably, all three reside together. The intensity rises as the audience is left wondering how this tangled affair will unfold.
We had lived in a house together, and that's where this other gentleman moved in. We were all living there.
Let's slow down at that part. You said all of you were living together?
Yes, ma'am.
You're living with your girlfriend and the man she cheated on you with.
No, we were not together at the time.
Mr. Barnes' certainty crumbles 2 months after Suray's birth. A fiery argument unveils a shocking revelation. He might not be the father. Doubts consume him, casting a shadow of uncertainty over their once promising future. Will he find the strength to face the truth? Can he salvage the fractured pieces of his relationship with Suray?
Not at that moment. I didn't find out about the other guy until 2 months after Suray was born. We had gotten into an argument, and she had let slip that I may not be the father. So from then on, there has been some doubt that I might not be, but I want to know.
I did tell him before the baby was born that there was a chance that she could not be his.
Miss Hilburn believes Mr. Barnes is Suray's father, hoping he'll be a responsible parent. But why involve another man if she lacks faith in his capabilities? Her choices raise eyebrows, and the consequences may be dire for her child. The audience remains captivated, anticipating the resolution of this tangled affair.
She deserves somebody there as a father.
And I'm scared that if the baby is not his, that Mr. Barnes will walk away.
So you are truly fearful that your actions have destroyed your child's opportunity to have two parents and a man that cares for her.
Yes.
As tensions escalate, the moment of truth approaches. However, Miss Hilburn's entanglement with her other lover adds another layer of uncertainty. The courtroom brims with anticipation. Will the paternity test bring clarity, or will it plunge them further into chaos? The judge wisely advises a test for the unborn child as well, setting the stage for even more shocking revelations.
So this is just a bona fide mess. Really. Because basically the other guy is just having sex with you and using you. You know what? This is what we're gonna do today. We are going to get the DNA test results for Saray today, but I am going to send you directly, and we're gonna do some prenatal testing.
Finally, the long-awaited results for Saray are unveiled. Mr. Barnes' heart shatters as he learns he's not the biological father. The emotional bond he formed with the child now hangs in the balance. Ms. Hilburn, the architect of this intricate mess, is also affected. But amidst the chaos, a burning question lingers. Who is the unborn child related to?
Mr. Barnes, you are not the father.
Still not going to change anything for the fact of Saray. So, just going to keep on going how we have been.
Ms. Hilburn, that the result you expected?
I kind of knew it was going to be like that.
This case began with an explosive start. Mr. Fernandez had reached his breaking point. If his ex-fiancée was caught cheating on camera in a paternity court, and if it turned out their little girl wasn't his, it'd be the final nail in the coffin. Consumed by anger, he even pawned the engagement ring, abruptly canceling the wedding.
Mr. Fernandez, why did you pawn the ring?
I was frustrated, I was angry. I took the ring back and I left. The ring actually cost about $700. I was only given about $350 for it, Your Honor.
Do you have a receipt for the ring?
I actually don't have a receipt for the ring.
Mr. Fernandez resorted to pressing her relentlessly until she confessed to her infidelity. However, she stubbornly denied any wrongdoing. His discovery of a photo depicting her in an intimate embrace with another man only deepened the mystery. Who was he, and what was the significance of that hug? Their relationship had always been shrouded in uncertainty.
Yeah. Now, how did you find out that she slept with somebody else?
I found out it took weeks of me pressing it out of her. When I came home, it was just me and her there one day. I see her phone. I ain't gonna lie, Your Honor, I'm a big snooper. So I grabbed the phone. I paid for the phone, but look, I'm a big snooper. I grabbed the phone, I looked through it, I see her hugged up with a guy, some Gucci man looking guy. I don't think he's black, just, hey, who is this?
Things took an even more bewildering turn. Miss Butler admitted to being intimate with both men during the conception window, but dismissed the possibility of Mr. Fernandez being the father due to condom usage. A week of alternating between two lovers? The confusion reached staggering heights.
So now, you submitted this calendar to prove that you were intimate with the plaintiff on the 1st, pretty much that whole week.
That whole
week,
yes.
The 6th, the 7th, and the 8th,
yes.
Which is during the window of conception.
Yes, Your Honor.
When were you intimate with the other guy when you all fell out?
Like January 5th.
Well, that's the same week.
Same week.
What made matters truly perplexing was Mr. Fernandez's unwavering commitment to the baby. He stood by Miss Butler throughout every appointment, yet would constantly bring up the other man she had cheated on him with during their arguments. But was it fair? For the sake of their child, shouldn't he let go of the past?
So when this happened and you're there for the birth and you're participating, you don't have doubts then?
I still had doubts.
You still had, we argue every day.
I still had
every
doubts.
Day it was,
I still had doubts, but she was just beautiful to me. Still is, you know? And I love her. I do love her.
Because she's your baby. She looks just like you. That's common sense.
Finally, the long-awaited results arrived. But would they heal the wounds between them? Mr. Fernandez's attitude suggested he had already mentally checked out, wanting nothing to do with Miss Butler. Now that he knew the baby was his, could we hope for a change of heart? Would he choose to stay?
When it comes to 2-year-old Divine Butler, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Fernandez, you are her father.
Told you. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about.
Wait a minute. Did he just propose to Miss Butler? Astonishing. It seemed like everything miraculously fell into place as he decided to give their relationship another chance. Let us hope they embark on a fresh start and work towards building a stronger bond for their daughter. He also withdrew his $300 lawsuit. Truly a joyous and a heartwarming ending.
Okay, so is it safe to say you would like to withdraw your suit?
Yes, I do.
And I'm happy for you too.
Thank you.
You know, relationships are difficult and marriages are even harder.
Yes, Your Honor.
Right? When you have an issue, work it out together.
Y'all see my ring?